Welcome back to my channel. I'm Luke. This is my new truck. Kind of made a new purchase, as you can probably see, because it's not a black Auto 200. It's a 1999, I think, 1999 Land Rover Discovery 2 TD5. And what an example it is. Let's get out of the way. Just look at that. What an absolute beast. I didn't think I'd ever get anything this kind of tricked up. I like my Auto 200, I love my Auto 200, don't get me wrong, but I'd kind of gone as far as I could with it. I couldn't really do anything else to it without spending massive money. I wanted it higher, and to do that you're talking body lifts, and then you've got to do the gearbox and the gear stick selectors and everything. I thought, you know what, I'm done with the Auto 200. That's the third one I've had. I'm done with it. I want to get another Land Rover. I've had one before. I built it from pretty much scratch. I bought it. It was totally standard. It was an MOT failure, and I'll roll some pictures in, probably at the end. Show you that. That was lovely. I really did a nice job of that. But it was only the outside bits done. There was nothing underneath done. It was totally standard. It didn't have cranked arms or anything like that. It didn't even have a lock and diff on it. It just had the normal TD5 like four-wheel drive system what works on the ABS and the traction control. But it was a lovely motor, don't get me wrong. But this is something else. I mean, look at that. Have you ever seen anything like that? It's literally got everything. It's got everything what you'd need. And I went a long way to get it. Me and a good friend. We went nearly 200 miles to get this, and I had to drive it back 200 miles. And I weren't really looking forward to that because, well, it's a Land Rover, and you know, I was like, will it get me back? And I rang my insurance to insure it, and they said, do you want breakdown cover? I said, yes, I do. Yes, I want breakdown cover, because who knows? You know, I don't know why the guy was selling it, you know, after he's put this much work into it, because I believe he built this from a totally standard one as well. And I was thinking, why would you put that much work and then sell it? But I suppose he's had his joy out of it, and he's done a bloody good job of it. I mean, that cage he built himself. It's not, he said he built it himself. I've got no reason not to believe him. I haven't seen another one like it. There's similar ones, but I haven't seen one identical to that. So I've got no reason not to believe him. He was truthful on everything else, you know. But what a bloody job he's done on that. Absolutely fantastic. The whole truck is done in bed liner red. All these are done in bed liner black, along with the cage. The rock sliders down there. The front bull bar, well, the winch bumper, I'll just knock that down a little bit. The front winch bumper is just, look, you know, in standard factory black paint. Yeah, I've just gone through quite a bit of mud to get into here. I've got like full permission to be here. But yeah, I'll show you around. Here's a bit of a better view of the cage. It's absolutely solid. I've no idea what it's made it out of. It's bolted there. It goes underneath the back, down here, just underneath the back bumper, straight to the chassis, and it goes down, straight down there, and it goes to the chassis underneath. The rock sliders are on the chassis. They're not just, you know, on the seal. They're actually on the chassis underneath. That's done a brilliant job. Well, the suspension's been done. It's got proper cranked arms on it. It's probably got a lot more done than I actually realised, because I haven't actually had a proper look at it. It's got obviously the side exit exhaust. I think they're terra firma. I know the springs on the front and the shocks are terra firma, but the springs on the back are blue. I'm not sure. I have got a set of yellow springs what came with it, so I'm not sure why the blue ones are on and not the yellow ones. I don't know. Maybe you'll be able to tell me something different. But as you can see, it's got a big lift on it. It's got the 10J wheels with 265 Insta Turbo tyres on it. I'm good with Insta Turbos. A lot of people don't like using them. I'd prefer to rip one of them off the rim and cost me £100 to put another one on, rather than rip a BF Goodrich or a similar top tyre, I mean, I'm talking £250 to replace. Where them, they're just as good. These are just as good. To be fair, they get you anywhere. They will absolutely get you in and out of anything. And they're a budget tyre. They're a very budget tyre. I believe they're recaps, so they're not the best for, well, you know, long distance driving. But it's an off-roader. It's a green liner. It's not a daily, so they don't need to be, you know, top spec tyres, do they? This side, as you can see, is a bit cleaner. It's not a lot, but it's a bit cleaner. The paint is, I love this paint, absolutely brilliant. It's got the arches on. Just need to put a new screw in that one there. Again, exactly the same this side as the other side. I'm really happy with it. I'm over the moon with it. I'm kind of glad. I'm glad I got rid of my L200. I was gutted to start with, but now I've got this, I'm over the moon. I really am happy, and I know this is going to get a lot more of attention, good attention, for the channel, and it's going to be better off-road as well. Yeah, like I say, you know, they're two totally different, like, they're two totally different beasts, this and the L200, but I do really like this. It's got the 7 seats in it as well, which I'm happy about. It's got all the disc guards on it. It's got adrenaline 4x4 cranked arms front and back. It's got the EGR delete, decap pipe on it. It has still got the centre box. I'm debating whether to put a straight through pipe on it, but where I live, you don't really want to be making too much noise, so we'll have to see. I might change it, I don't know. But yeah, so far I'm well happy with it. You see, we've also got the heavy duty rear bumper. We've got the bigger, it's like a heavy duty wheel carrier. I'm after the jack holder to go on there, the high lift jack holder. I've got the high lift jack, but it's in the back at the minute. I've got nowhere to put it, so I'm after one to put on there. I've seen them on eBay. They're not very expensive. They're very fairly priced. I think that'll set it off a bit better. On proper nylon rope, which obviously is a lot better because they don't spring back when they snap, which they always end up bloody snapping. But with the nylon, you know, you got a bit more safety feature. I'm not sure if they're any stronger. I'm not sure. I suppose they're all different strengths, but yeah, I'm sure. I haven't used it. I've only had the truck 3 days, and I did clean it yesterday. I think I'm gonna have to do something again with it. But yeah, it's got the proper heavy duty front bump on it, and it's got all the guards underneath, and it's all poly bushed, and what a machine. Honestly, it's a credit to the previous owner who built it. You know, people say to me, "Oh mate, that's a lovely truck." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks." He's like, "Oh yeah, you know, you've done brilliant with it," and I'm like, "I haven't touched it. This is how I bought it, and the money I gave for it, I was well happy with it, and the man was happy with it. You know, I think he just wanted a bit of money. He'd had his fun with it. He was well happy with the price. I was happy with the price. The same with my L200. I'm still in touch with the bloke who sold my truck to. I'm still in touch with the man who bought this off. The man who I sold my L200 to. He probably messages me every couple of days. You know, I'm over the moon with the truck, mate. You know, I've just done this, I've just done that, and he'll send me a picture of it. And he's doing really well. He's took the canopy off it and he's putting some chrome bars on it. And I'd been there, I'd done that. He's obviously still experiencing it. I hope he has a lot of joy out of it. You know, I've done a lot to it and I spent a hell of a lot of money on it. But I was well happy with the price what he gave me for it, and again, so was he. And the same applies to this. The man, he saved it, he kept it for me for a week, and I kept messaging him every day. You know, I'm still coming down, mate, I'm still coming down. 'Cause you know what people are like, there are a lot of messes, aren't there? And you don't like saving anything for anybody because you think, well, are they even going to show up? I said, I can't get down to you until like Friday, Saturday because I work away. And he's like, yeah, no problem, mate, no problem. And nothing was a bother to him. Like I say, me and my mate drove down there, and about 3.5 hours from Shropshire down to the south coast. That's where we got it from, the south coast. And for those of you what know, of course, it's a nice easy drive in a normal vehicle, but coming up the M5 in this, it was a little bit, you know, It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, put it that way. It's got cruise control. I just sat at 60 mile an hour all the way up, didn't miss a beat. Absolutely, I couldn't have wished for a better ride back in it. It was comfortable, it was quiet, it was literally everything what it needed to be. So, I hope you like it. You're going to be seeing a hell of a lot of it. I can't stop taking pictures of it. And I keep thinking what else I could do to it to make it my own, you know, but there's not really a lot I can do. I'm going to put my private plate on it. Obviously this is the original one. I'm going to put my private plate on. Just waiting for the paperwork to come back from my old one. No, so I've got that back now. Yeah, I've got that back. I'm just waiting for the new logbook to come back for this. Yeah. Insurance. Well, I was a bit embarrassed, to be fair, when they told me the price. Because you know what it's like when you get a new motor. You know, I've had loads of cars and trucks and vans and all sorts. Well, you know, you pass your test when you're 17, 18, and I think the cheapest thing you can ever get is £3,000–4,000 a year. You know, with massive down payments. With this, it's £23 a month. And I was like, "You happy with that?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "It sucks getting old." But yeah, I'm hoping to take it to some of the Land Rover shows as well. You know, I know it's not in the best condition. It's got bits of damage on, just little bits of dents and whatnot, but it's been used what it was built for. You know, it's never been a showpiece. It's been exactly what it was built for. And saying that, I still think it's a very tidy truck. Underneath is spot on. It went through its MOT a couple of, I think it's about a week ago. It's all been welded up. Needed a bit on the back chassis like they always do. That's been done to you know, a very good standard as well. Little bits and pieces underneath I just want to keep an eye on. But I'm over the moon with that, really. So what have we got coming up? I've been promising you all these camping trips, I've been promising you hammocks, I've been doing this, doing that, doing everything else. But honestly, I'm just that busy. Being a lorry driver, I'm sure you can understand. At the moment, we're in demand. And when you're called upon, you've got to go. You know, there's no, oh, I want a couple of days off this week. You're literally on it. So I am struggling a little bit for time, but we've got some stuff coming up. We have got some stuff. What we've got coming up is me and a club what I'm part of, which is called Mostly Tracks and Trails. Find it on Facebook. There's about 1,500 members. It's not a Land Rover club. It's a 4x4 club. That's why I was in it with my L200. It's a 4x4 club. I'm very good friends with the man. He lives local. The man who owns it, Alan, Alan D. Rover. If you want to look him up. It's not his real name, by the way. That's his name by night. That's his like superhero name. Alan D. Rover. Write it down and you'll see what it says. But he's got a really nice 110. He's got some friends with Traybacks. He's got another lad, a friend, with a 300 TDI with a bonnet pod and whatnot on it. All really nice motors. They all do green lining. They're very respectful when they do it as well, which is the only way to do it. Otherwise, we won't have nowhere to play. Luckily, I'm surrounded by this beautiful countryside, so you know. But there's not really green lanes. Like where I am now, there's a lane down there which is about 1.5 miles, but then it just goes to a main road, and there it's a dead end. There's actually a caravan there, a static caravan. I have no idea why they put it there, but it's there. So yeah, we're looking at doing Strata, Florida, Maclineth or something like Maclineth Lane, Bastard Lane they call it, Maclineth. Those are just the two what we've been looking at, but we're probably going to be doing it like over a weekend. So there's going to be camping, hammocking. The lad with the 110, Alan D. Rover, I don't think he's ever slept in a hammock, so that'll be an experience for him. He asked me, he said, "Have you ever slept in a hammock?" I said, "No, not really." He said, "Well, you said you've done a couple of overnighters." I said, "I have, but I haven't slept in one." I don't know anybody who has slept in one. I was talking to a man who lives by me, he's into all the camping, and he said, the first night, no sleep. The second night, you're that tired, you'd sleep on anything, so you sleep on. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with that. But I've waffled on a bit now. Got things to do. Got to go and work on one of these, put an alternator, a starter motor and a viscous fan on one, just a standard one from the village. So we're going to get that done, and I will see you all in the next video, and I'm going to bring you some action, I hope. Have a great day, guys.